Hi everybody, and it's Kid Catholic Season 1, Episode 15. And before we get started, just a quick announcement to all of my new subscribers. I upload one video every Tuesday. It might be in the morning, night, afternoon. It just sort of depends. Anyway, let's get on with the topic. The topic that we are going to be talking about today is the Solemnity of Mary, Mother of God. Now, Sunday we began a new year. At that time, it was 1 week after Christmas. In the nativity scene that we may have at our home or at our parish, we are staring at baby Jesus in the manger, just as the shepherds did so long ago. We see Mary, his mother, and Joseph, Jesus' foster father. Now, Mary was the daughter of Joachim and Anne. She loved God and her Jewish religion very much. She was Jewish because at that time, Jesus was not born yet. Her neighbors probably thought Mary was very ordinary. It would be God's work in her that would make her so special, so full of grace. Now God chose from all women in the entire earth that was ever born and that will ever be born, Mary. He sent the Archangel Gabriel to her as his messenger to tell her that she was going to be pregnant with baby Jesus. And she wanted to please God so much that she said yes. Now think about this. What would have happened if Mary hadn't said yes? Would there be a Jesus? Would he have chose somebody else? Imagine if an angel came to you and just said, "Hey, yo, you're going to be pregnant with God." Like, it would be so difficult to say yes. First off, an angel. Second off, pregnant with God. And so we need to ask Mary to say yes like her. That yes is very important because with that yes, she became pregnant with God through the power of the Holy Spirit instantly. She was actually the mother of God. What a blessing it must have been for Joseph and Mary. Imagine, just like I'm going to be pregnant with God. I'm going to be the foster father of God. It is insane. Now, I want to tell you about a little story that's my mom's favorite because Jesus obeyed his mother. It drives me crazy sometimes, but hey, it's her favorite. And here it is. When Jesus was about 30 years old, he began his preaching, which is called Jesus' public life. Now, he needs to face you guys. Now, nowhere in the Bible does it say what happened to Joseph before Jesus was 30 years old, but we assume that he died somewhere before. Now, one day, in Jesus' very first miracle, she and Jesus and the apostles went to the wedding feast at Cana. Now, back then, they always served wine at the wedding, and they served wine at the wedding, but when the wine ran out, they didn't have enough for the rest of the party. And so Mary wanted to keep the couple from being embarrassed of running out in wine, because back then you had to have wine through the entire party. Now, Jesus said that he wasn't ready to work his first miracle, but when Mary asked him to work the miracle, he said yes. And so that is when Jesus did the miracle at the wedding feast at Cana. Now that just shows you how much Mary trusted, loved, and believed in Jesus. She was there when he was nailed to the cross. She received his body into her arms after he died and was taken down from the cross. After Jesus' resurrection, she waited with the apostles for the Holy Spirit to come on Pentecost. The apostles loved her. The apostles knew that they needed more courage to be followers of Jesus, and Mary prayed for them. Mary encouraged them. Mary taught them. She taught them how to be disciples of her son. Just telling you all that she did is revealing how important Mary is. Mary's feast days are very, very special events, and so on Sunday, we celebrated her by going to Mass. We can be very happy because on the cross, Jesus said that Mary is our mother too. Listen to all those things that I just named off. Go back and replay the video if you want. All of those things. Our mother did that. we really need to ask her to love Jesus even more, because that is what she is here to help us to do. Everything in her life is ridiculously amazing, and she can help us love Jesus even more. Even more. That is what we celebrate on Sunday, is her and her amazing life. She's just basically like awesome. Like, she's the best woman in the world. In fact, she was such a great woman that she was the first tabernacle of Jesus. Like the tabernacle at church, the big gold box in front. She was the first because she was carrying Jesus in her womb. She said, yes, she is the first tabernacle. She's the mother of God. I can go on and on and on and on about how awesome she is. And in fact, I would, but there's only around 8 minutes in Naked Catholic. So, it's time for the Saint of the Week. Now, today's saint will be Saint Therese, the Little Flower. So, her story, there's a lot to it. A lot of things happened that were amazing in her life. So, I'm going to name off a couple that were amazing. But first, why I decided to do this saint was that she loved Mary and the Holy Family so much. Anyway, when she was a young kid, about around my age, she got very, very sick, and everybody began to think that she was dying. When she saw her sisters in her room while she was lying down sick, they were praying to a statue of Mary. She began to pray with them. And then Mary smiled at her, and she was instantly cured. And then later in her life, when she was 24, she began to have extraordinary pains, and it was terrible. And she was extremely, extremely sick. And even through all her pains, she smiled. She had wonderful dreams of her being in heaven, helping the people on earth. Some people began to think that she's so happy that she must be pretending to be sick. She died with a happy smile on her face and a great devotion to Mary. So we should try to be like her by having a smile on our face no matter what we're going through, and to love Mary as much as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Hit that button, that way you get notified when I come out with a new video. Thank you guys so much for over 60 subscribers again. Please like and comment what you think next week's topic should be. Don't forget, I upload one video every Tuesday. That was Kid Catholic Season 1, Episode 15, and I will see you next week.